So I have the great privilege and honor to be with Primo, who I consider a deep, deep friend and a brother, quite all around. So Primo, I would love for you to introduce yourself, my friend.
My name is Primi. I work as a head of Agile in a consultant company in Spain, but I had worked the last 10 years in software development with Agile methodologies or Agile frameworks to implement and to develop a Scrum, Kanban, or Agile mindset in the customers and in yourself, in your company. But I had worked for more than 20 years in software development. And when you start a transformation or you leader develop teams, agile teams or Scrum teams or other words, you have always one problem, is the culture, is your mindset, is the leadership. If you don't have leadership, in the companies, you've broken your transformation or you broke your product, because the people have a lot of bureaucrats and a lot of hierarchy in the companies. This situation is a very problem, a big problem, because you now only need one context. It's chaos. It's a problem. It's a broke with the all leadership, because a lot of skills you need, not these soft skills. You only need one capability or one skill, is the knowledge to adapt in the context.
Mm-hmm.
Only. And you have a balance between your personal self and your professional self, with Congress and the leadership. Peter Drucker have a phrase very good. The leadership is not about subordination or obedience, but about your knowledge and yourself and your relation with align with a purpose. You need develop a big purpose in your company or in your city or in your teams, because only when you develop a new leadership, self-leadership or distributed leadership, only you can move to other side, and you only at this situation can change the world, the company, the organization, with a more transcend purpose in your company.
Mm-hmm.
This is the situation, and this is the purpose for my purpose and for other people.
Primo, I really appreciate what you're describing, because it really emphasizes the personal and the professional coming together, and coming together under the umbrella of purpose, exactly as you've shared it, and likewise really the capability to adapt in context, if you will, and that is a very significant capability to adapt in context. Primi, as you kind of encounter leaders and organizations and people that are really struggling, especially now, really struggling, what guidance and what perspective can you offer them? What can they do today to really begin to embrace the perspective that you're sharing, Primi?
The people now, we have a clear concept in Japanese culture, is the Ikigai concept. And I know at this moment the people can develop the Ikigai because the leadership now enables others to succeed from self-leadership. You can need help release human potential in your company, not manage the resources as human resources traditional. You can unleash the human potential, All people have talent, and you need figure out this potential, generate diversity and dissension in your company on conformity and consensus is a traditional management. You can need develop the ability to change always, because for me the continuous change is the new normal. Not this the same at 2 weeks ago. Continuous change is the new normal. In 2 weeks, what happened, or in 1 year? Only technologies cause a constant change in software, in transportation, in your life, and the unique capability to develop now is adapt to continuous change. Mm-hmm. This is the unique skill your people need in your company or in your country or in your village, because the purpose is create coordination or balance between your personal and your life with your family and your college in the company, in your professional life. This is the new leadership, or the new human leadership. And when you speak with a lot of people, the new skills or the new soft skills is more condensate. It not is a big list as a past. You need 100 skills to be a greater agile leadership or servant leadership. Now it's more easy. It's you need empathy, and in a lot of situations you need compassion to help people with the situation, with the chaos, with the situation in their families, or in their context with lost the job, and the uncertainty to what happened tomorrow. And you need create a safe context in your habitat, or in your tribu, or in your company. This is the big purpose, and the transcendental purpose. And the people now need this leadership, not other leadership, and not the silence of your leaders in your company. The problem in a big companies is the manager say to you are a new leadership. You can develop the management skills and the leadership skills. It's not congruent. Mm-hmm. You have a problem with these people. If you say control the people, you cannot say develop the skills of your people, because you have a grass, a chaos with this dissension between the manager and the leader. You need followers, or you need monkeys.
Yeah. You know what I hear you saying, Primi, and please tell me if I've missed something. The historical leadership models have been almost fragmented or segregated by dimension. You know, we look at either it's servant leadership, or we look at it's some other form of leadership. But fundamentally, I think what you're suggesting, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is a more holistic, humanistic viewpoint that integrates all aspects: personal, professional, relational, conversational, behavioral perspectives to leadership. Is that kind of what you're saying, Primi?
Now the problem has been that they have been designated by leadership programs, or by the boss, not is developed from yourself. You need create a context safe to develop this leadership, the all leadership programs, the big problem is when you designate people to leader other people. They're not machines, they are humans, and you can need a lot of skills, and the situation in the real moment now, the big leadership or the big leaders need other skills. You can need curiosity, attention, humility, sensibility, vulnerability. It's a big problem. You never show your vulnerability in your company. It's a bad symptom, a bad problem. And now, if you want create empathy and compassion, you need always the people need so vulnerability, and you need active listening and helpability and proactive mindset to help others, and you can need honesty with principles and with a clear mindset, and you need transparency in your company and in your life, and you can need develop open to failure in your company, because at this moment this is the real situation. You lost the control, you failure always, and you need wake up 1 and 2 and 3, and always you need learn more to adapt to change the system. This is the new skills. This is the motive for break with the historical leadership. I have maybe 20 years with the change of management, and now is the moment to change the leadership, to move to human leadership, to develop the integrity, the human mindset, to not have fear, to be vulnerability with your people. And this is the first step to create empathy and to create a compassion culture in your mindset and in your company. This is the first step. Not need heroes at this moment, need teams with people, with human people.
Very well said. So in many ways, the COVID crisis has really forced us to confront our failings in our leadership models, in our approaches, in our thought processes, not merely how we execute and what we do in terms of the work and the things that need to get done, but rather how we think about it, how we approach it, and how we lead it very specifically. So do you see this really as you see COVID-19 and the crisis, I'll say in general, as the catalyst for making us aware of where we have failed in many ways around leadership and our models?
Now, very few leaders at this time in a lot of countries, they admit we have been wrong. Never we have admit being wrong. The big tool in Agile is the retrospective, and now not is the moment to have retrospective. The moment is when success anything, you wrong and you learn and you adapt. Not when this situation is more comfortable, 2 months now. The retrospective not have sense and not have a motivation. It's very easy think about the past. You can think about the present, and your present is the people wrong. I'm failure, you're failure,
Mm-hmm.
and the people fail, and you can create a new purpose to share the knowledge and the behaviors to create new leaders with this mindset. We have been wrong. Never see we didn't see it coming. It's a big rhino.
Mm-hmm.
We have uh, UK with COVID, and we have Spain and Italy with COVID. Back in other countries, no. It's other people. It's other problem. No, never uh, move to my country.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big fail
Yeah.
at this moment, and very few leaders at this time they admit we have been wrong, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a vulnerability skill. Is
Yeah.
human. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, create a new mindset and new apps to adapt and to maybe not see it coming in a future, to prepare to the future when the COVID maybe return in 3 months in winter, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So definitively, and I really appreciate the way you're describing it. A crisis forces us to confront the reality of the situation, and then most definitely, as we confront that situation, we have to retrospect, introspect, acknowledge what isn't working, and then have the courage to confront that fear and redefine our mindset and the way that we want to move forward. And a lot of leaders, as you're saying, are not demonstrating that vulnerability and that action of courage.
We have been fragile
Mm-hmm.
because not having the courage to take action at the right time, at the right moment. This is the big problem. And now, if you don't change, uh, you can create the same problem in 6 months. The big point now is you can need create a innovation context at this moment to have retrospectives with your leaders at same level, at world level, not are in United States
Yeah.
or Europe. You can create um, alliance global
Mm-hmm.
to put all countries at the same point when the COVID restart in a few months, maybe. Is the big comparison is the Rhino. It's you see a problem, but you can don't have the courage to act now,
Mm-hmm.
and your purpose is save your people, and to save people, you need courage at this moment, not 6 months next. You need and your people need you at this moment with courage to move to tough situation, or you move to uncertain context, not when this new normal
Mm-hmm.
stay at 6 months. No, because the problem, if you don't have background, you have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Is a big situation is procrastination. You postpone the problem 6 months. No, you have the problem, and in 6 months you have the problem too. not to remove the problem. The problem remove if you act now
Yeah.
with courage and show your vulnerability as leader, as country, as a world, because not have the conscience to move at the panic situation. With this pandemic, the human can be removed of the world. If you don't have safety actuation, you can disappear at the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's the same situation, but the people move to new normal activity and have the ability to remove your panic at 3 weeks ago. It's crazy situation because the human have a dolly mindset or dolly brain is a short-term mindset now,
Yeah.
and is a very dangerous for the human of
Yeah.
the world.
Thinking short term versus broader and balancing and and definitely I really again appreciate the way that you're describing. We have to face our own humanity, and we have to own both our strengths and our weaknesses, and be able to embrace ourselves holistically in order to improve as a human race. Otherwise, we're doomed to extinction, exactly like you mentioned.
We have been education to never to recognize the failure, the mistake. And this is the big problem when you speak with other people in Japan or in Malaysia or in UK. The school need promote your excellence academy, and you never recognize your failures. This is the big problem. The mindset is changed when you with your child, with your boys, not when you are very adult, because your behavior is is very inside you mindset. It's very difficult to change, but we can recognize the mistake, the failure, to create a followers in other people, to move to other leadership, and not to be or not to make the mistakes we can develop at this moment.
Very, very well said. If we don't learn, from
Yes,
the
you need learn to move to other side. You need the ability to learn at this moment,
Mhm.
because you learn now is a big mistake, because you follow the big patterns in the past, but in the past maybe you have success, but not at this moment, because this moment not is a normal, not is obvious context. It's a chaotic context and
Yeah.
uncertain context, and the past solutions not success at this moment, and you need develop new leadership in young people.
Mhm. Primi, you're getting, I think you're getting to a very, very core issue, and I want to kind of call it out and see what your thoughts are. We have established our societies, we have established our leadership models, we have established our mindset, we have established our thinking, accepting the notion that there is a normal. And when we have done that, it makes us very fragile. Now that we are moving, now we're confronting the absence of a normal. basically we have to rethink these institutions across the board in many ways. And because we have lived with that fragility, it is very different. It is a breakthrough in many ways that we have to get through. Is please comment or share your thoughts.
Maybe at this moment, it could be convenient to create a new context and a new leadership with a create or develop a new institution at the world global to move the mindset of people to create a new leadership, but not as a human resources program. No, you need transparency, inspection, adaptation, and you need develop this ability, this capability. Your problem is the people don't have the things capability.
Mm-hmm.
You need develop at the college, at the school, with experimentation, with other programs, and create a new mindset and your concept to move young people to this leadership. Because maybe we have very passion and are very promote about new leadership, but the young people is the future.
Yeah.
Not in the future, or not my 8 people are the future. It's the young people, and the young people can need guide at this moment, and the sorry, the motivation is change the world, not change your country or change your company. No, it's the best future for young people.
Yeah. It's not, exactly to your point, it's not a business issue, it's not a technology issue, it's a societal issue. It's across the board.
How can we do it? How can prepare to young people to develop a new leadership, more human, to create empathy and to create diversity at the society where people can move free and freedom. Not is a civil war for human rights. No, it's more transcendent. The pandemic is global, and you need move all world up the same step.
We're in a very unique time, and if we don't seize the day across globally, exactly to your point, we're gonna miss the opportunity, and we may not get another opportunity like this, let alone we may be facing our own extinction if we don't behave in the appropriate way.
Maybe it's the moment to create this environment, this institution, this mindset to change and not create the new normal as the past. No, it's a dangerous war. It's the big normal or the new normal is not easy. It's a failure. You say the normal war and the past problems return back quickly, because the failure war is normal, not is a normal. No, maybe you can remove the actual fear with this war, but you need create a new mindset in the people. Not is the new normal, not is the past. And no is normal. It's different.
Yeah.
And
we
you
can't
need
go back.
Things all the time.
Yep.
Because your life not is the same as the 2 weeks ago. The people have and will have fear and will have more vulnerability, and you can create this context and you can create compassion in the people with that to create this safe context.
We have to your point, we have to cultivate a context in which there is continuous evolution, so that the notion of normal is continuous.
You need to develop infinite mindset, as Simon Sinek say, is very important. Create this culture, this mindset in people to evolve continuous. You can need learn and experiment and adapt now for your family, for your job, for your friends, and for your country and for the world. Because if you don't move now, you have a big rhino in your horizon, in your future. And this rhino maybe can lead the humanity.
Yeah.
This is the moment to act now.
Yeah.
To change the, the leadership and to evolve to anti-fragile mindset, to create optionality and to create diversity in the world, to put a big and happiness world in a future, not with fear and with dangerous situations at the same moment, in this moment.
Yeah. And Primi, exactly as you're describing, embracing an anti-fragile mindset and really looking forward, it demands of us to make some hard decisions. It's not easy, and it requires courage.
Now, in my experience and in my opinion with this situation in the last 3 months, the people think they are resilient and not have the content of resilience in your mindset and in your mind. Don't understand the potential of this world. Resilience not is survival. No, it's what are you learn in this situation. No, nothing. But I live. No, this is not the content. The content is your motivation to survive, develop a new knowledge. What is your knowledge? What you can learn at this moment? Nothing, because the world is wrong. Don't understand the resilience world. Maybe they think that resilience is life, survive. But if you can develop the fragile context, and not now, but in 6 months, you can break, and you are fragile, not anti-fragile, because you don't develop options, choice, new future with more optionality for your company, for your life. How many people at this moment can develop other skills? It's a big question.
It's a very big question. And your emphasis, resilience is not enough. Resilience is not enough. Any thoughts, my friend, relative?
Maybe how many people have actually researched about pandemic in the past?
Not enough.
Yes, this is the situation. If you can develop other ability or other skill, you can need so the past. to learn. In Netflix, you have a lot of films about other pandemics. It's a big question, a good question. How many people actually research these videos or these films about other pandemics in the past? Because this is the motivation to change, to evolve.
Primo, I'm reminded of in the prologue, I believe, in Taleb's Anti-Fragile book, he says we need to confront being human and the imperfections of being human. And this is a very, goes to vulnerability, etc. It's a big challenge for people to confront themselves and their humanity.
For me, anti-fragile is maybe to accept as human. Because if you see your talent or your potential talent, you can develop more, and you put your weakness in other side. But so the weakness is not good. So maybe well seen at this society. It's cultural, and maybe it's the moment to break with these situations and with these mindsets, because the vulnerability and the accept the human mistakes is the first step to move to anti-fragile state.
Yes, yes, it is very well said. It is definitely the first step.
In the organization, it's very difficult.
Yeah. Yes.
Recognize the failure is very difficult.
I appreciate you making the time, my friend. A pleasure always.
It's a pleasure, and maybe it's the moment to create a big institute, free organization, to move the leadership to other step, to other level, because the world now don't have big leaders, and don't have human leaders. Have leaders with money. Only the purpose is create more money and not create value to society, and not create the sustainable world or sustainable society. If you don't have sustainable country, when we arrive over pandemic, you always fragile situation, not anti-fragile. You are fragile, and you don't have the knowledge to move to anti-fragile in 1 week or in 2 weeks, because never you are develop the experimentation ability in your company, because maybe the 90% of your experiments is failure, and this is a big mistake in companies with the old mindset, and it's the moment to change this mindset. You need experiment, and you need improve, and you need learn and relearn and unlearn to move to other level.
Very well said.
The leadership, the companies, the human, the world, the society, because the value, your customer is the people, and you people live in the world. It's very simple.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
It's expressively simple, but very difficult for most people to embrace, right, and put into practice. Definitely, my friend. Definitely. I am very, very fortunate to call you a friend, and I love you as a brother. I hope you know that, and we're very fortunate to have your participation coming up in the conference, Primo.
It's a pleasure, and the most of the time, what is very easy to say, the difficult But to do this is the first step is very complicated, but it's the first step. And step by step, you can evolve companies and work. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Primi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.